Well, hello and welcome again to Edison Light Globes video. I'm Phil Greenwood, and today we're in the workshop, we're in the tool room, and we've got a new tool, got a new toy. What we've got here is a device that we've been thinking about grabbing for quite a while. It's a very handy thing for bending plumbing pipe. Now, what happened was a little while ago an architect contacted us from Tasmania. They had found an old existing external plumbing pipe light and they wanted to reinstate it. It didn't have any fittings on it, and we thought at the time, wouldn't it be good to be able to recreate a new one in the case where they wanted to increase the quantity of lights in this job and replicate exactly the bent pipe type exterior light that they had. Now, it wasn't quite a gooseneck, but it was certainly bent pipe. So to this device, the Havco high power pipe bender. Now, this is designed to bend plumbing pipe exclusively, and we have for this device a number of formers, and these formers are for specific pipe dimensions, so 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, 1 inch, 1 1/4. Now, these use different dies, and you'll see here the die for 1 1/4. Is that, Louis? You can't see, you've got to come in close. That's 1 1/4. This is for 1 1/4 pipe. Over here we've got 3/4 pipe. Sorry, that's 1 1/4. This is 3/4 pipe. You'll see there's two sets of devices, the inner and outer, the roll, and this is exactly the dimension of the plumbing pipe that we're going to bend. The job we're doing here, come over here, the job we're doing here is actually a 1/2 inch pipe. And this, you'll see, fits exactly, and get a bit of pipe, fits exactly the dimension of 1/2 inch plumbing pipe. So the idea of bending exactly to the die, 1/2 inch pipe, means that we can put an angle on this in a couple of directions and end up with a gooseneck or a slight bend. Now, the limiting factor is obviously the radius of this. You can see this has a specific radius, and that's the only radius that you can bend. You don't have to bend 180 degrees or 90 degrees. You can bend it in any segment of that radius, but it will be that exact radius. So you've got to do compound bends to create your overall shape. So with that in mind, what we did to create a new product was to get it up open inside our CAD software. So in can't remember what it's called. What's it called?
AutoCAD.
Or not AutoCAD. It's called Inventor. So we get in Inventor, we open it up, we have a look, and we try to design a shape, and probably sometimes a shape with a shade, without a shade, with attachments, just to see what shape we want to bend. And then we have to come back to the machine and calculate a whole lot of things that this machine does, like the arc, the bend. It's got bend back so that as you push it and bend it, it'll spring back after you release. So you have to take that into account when you're bending. There's a whole lot of things that this machine does really well and repeatedly. So it can create a product over and over and over again with a little bit of programming. So what we do, we'll proceed, we'll show you how that works. And the first thing we need to do is to, from our design, cut a length of pipe and then make sure that we've got that to accommodate our design. Once that's cut, we then just clean up the ends, deburr, and put it through the threader. And once it's threaded, then we can put it in the machine and bend it, because you can't thread the pipe after it's been bent because it won't go round inside the threading machine. So that's the sequence. The next part of that sequence is got to do with the individual light, how you want to use it. If you're just going to put a lamp holder on the end, it's quite simple with our devices, our connectors that you use to connect a lamp holder. But it might be that you want to connect a shade, and there's a whole range of ways you can connect a shade. We have a specific device, and we'll show you here. This is a what do they call these? This is like a flange back nut, and this will go on the top of the fitting, so that once the pipe comes through, I won't do it up, you'll be able to attach a shade and then another nut underneath to hold the shade, and then lamp holder and such over there. we'll show you how that works. So what we've got to do is we've got to put the, what's that called? The die onto the pipe. Now this is, as you can see, this is threaded, it's a tapered thread, which means it tightens slowly when we put something onto it. Now what we want to do is we want to get rid of that taper. So we're going to run the BSP die over the top and cut that thread straight so that it will be able to take our nut, and the nut will go all the way to the end of the thread. So the idea is just to pull this down. It will fit over the thread that's been placed there with the tapered thread machine. You see now that thread has been straightened, it's no longer a taper, and hopefully, again with a shifter, we'll be able to do this nut. Oh, there you go. That goes all the way down. So you can see that nut has now been able to tighten all the way down. That'll do. That's all right. It's all right.
Wasn't quick enough.
Okay. That nut's all the way down. You're going to get in my way. You can tighten it up. And I don't know if we've got a shade handy to put on top. Over there, Louis. Black one. See, this shade has a particular hole. That's a hole that's 22.5 mil to take our 1/2 inch pipe, which is 22 mil, and that should go on. And there we can see the pipe protrudes, which gives us a way to connect a lamp holder inside this shade, and also to bond the shade and so that it doesn't move around. Move your hand. So you'll see the back nut there just attaching on the other side to stop it from going the other way. So you can see that there are a few applications for this machine. We will continue to experiment and create a few more designs. And the other thing we might do, and in fact very soon, we might put just tapered, bent gooseneck pipe sections onto our website for anybody who's in DIY country who wants to create their own gooseneck lamp. There's a whole lot of components that you might want to use either end. So we've got obviously a wall plate that you can use. You could use your own flange if you like. But we will start to bend a few of these in standard gooseneck shapes so that you can make up gooseneck lights at home, if that's what floats your boat. So anyway, we'll show you a bit more of the machine as we use it later, as we do other designs, as we do other products. But for now, I think we'll leave it there. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thumbs up if you liked the video, and we'll see you again when next we do a video.